Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. And we are at the end of the meta for Sparkle of Youth, the Reckoning team. And so it's time to do these filler videos of the World Tour, but because this team is very boring and has almost no variation, we're going to do it a bit different than the other ones. I mean, we're still going to go into, in this video, all the different Conquest stages, and, we might just kill them before we even hit turn 5. But we're also going to go into some of the new story chapters as well, because people have been having some difficulty with them, and these stages are very much built for the Reckoning team, because all of the different enemies, they have many, many different things that prevent you from doing what you want, especially like the later fights. In these, they have so many gimmicks. So today's going to be Conquest and some story chapters, and then tomorrow will be all of the Tempered Edge stages, all of them. But we're not going to do like every single full-on fight. It's just going to be turn 5 kills, because they're all going to die on turn 5, and that's what makes this team quite boring. But we're going to use pretty much the same team across the board. It's going to look like this. So Masayuki, Hinata, Yuki, Frey, free-to-play Shizu, and then we're going to bring free-to-play Isis. She's got the green buff, she's got an orb chain, she's going to work really well. She's available in the flashback shop, so this is probably, well, I wouldn't say the most reasonable team, because it would mean you'd summon for all the units, but at least the 5th slot is free. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and jump in. Again, like, these fights, they have 100k HP. Yeah, they're either going to die before turn 5 or they're going to die at turn 5. So I'm just going to record every turn 5 kill. And that's going to be it, because we don't need to watch anything else about any of these fights whatsoever. Okay, so I mean, not going to live to turn 5. You know what? Let's just run with the minimum stacks, essentially, after using Yuki's skill once. Let's just do this for fun. And then, oh my god. Oh, he's water too. And we're getting extra damage against fire. So, I mean, I guess I shouldn't be that surprised. The other bosses should last a little longer. We'll send Isis Orbs because she's not on the team and she'll do less damage, quote unquote. Oh, man. Okay. Let's send this one. How much damage does 6 stacks of this do? 123. So even that, even with our HP, lower than max, and only 2 stacks on 3 characters, not the backline, didn't use the backline at all, it did more HP than what Ifrit even has. So this is why we don't need to sit here and watch every single fight. Alright, turn 5. We got a few more stacks on, 16 stacks. Have yet to use the backline characters at all, and we'll just send this one orb, because if 6 stacks kills Ifrit, you bet your sweet ass that 16 times 3 is going to do it. Yeah, 1.7 million damage. Oh, stupid Conquest. Okay, now we're going even less, and it's just 1 stack per person, and nothing else in the back. We're going to use we use Shizu's orb change this time, and yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, 94k. Again, they only have like 100k HP or something, so hooray! I'd just like to point out that we were stunned on a turn, and he still has a nut tap of HP. Like, there's no way for me to not kill him here, because I have to send... And maybe a blue orb might not kill him? That's copium right there. Okay, well, we didn't even get to see the Reckoning. We had a lot of stacks, though, because I was using it more. Alright, we got the stacks in, so 18, 16, and 20. She has... HP, quote-unquote, and now she's dead. 2 million damage. Excellent. Oh my god, look, turn 5 again. Yay. Oh, what's he gonna do? He's gonna stun Hinata again, and then he's gonna die. Shock surprise. Funny enough, Milim, can still do some kind of damage to us, so, you know what, let's have some fun with it. Let's get Isis out of here, that way everyone can actually be invincible, right? And then we will orb change, and boom, and Boom, and then we'll do Masayuki and add more stacks on, and then we can just not take damage anymore, because we're going to have the HP field from Hinata, and a full hand of blues. Or, not blues, greens, and literally every skill. Every skill used, because now we can use Yuki's Orb Change again, and that'll be it. So now at this point we just need to keep the HP field on, and Milim will die. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we don't do a lot of damage, and if I took all the gear off, we'd do even less, and we'd have less HP, and we'd have less defense, but I don't think that would have mattered for the other stages, and here it really doesn't matter, because, yeah, I mean, she hits us a bunch, which is cool. Certainly does help, and I think we'll just maintain this now, so let's just keep the field on, and we'll just send one orb, and then we'll do this for the next 2 more turns. And, oh, Pierce Power, oh, that really matters a lot. Super duper matters. Okay, turn 4. See, on the off chance, what happens when we don't use that field, and we just take the damage from this AoE? Okay, it's not bad. Okay, cheeky counter. Why ever not? Okay. And, I mean, you could get around it. You don't have to use it. We'll just kill her. We're at 18, 12, and 20. Plus whatever this amounts. Oh, actually, we're not going to get these anymore because Masayuki ran out. And now she's going to die. 1.5 million. There we go. Alright, so there's Conquest. Stupid easy. Let's move on to Story Quest, where it actually kind of matters. Okay, so we're into the expert difficulty for the new story, chapter 28, and starting at fight 2, you're gonna fight Cleash, or multiple Cleashes, and she's got, 300k HP, fine, but she absorbs ults, she's got Lord's Ambition, so you can't debuff her, so, like, Vengeance won't work on her, she binds you, she seals 50-point skills, she lowers gauge increase and damage. You have a protection seal. She burns you. Like, this is a lot of stuff that a traditional team would have a lot of difficulty dealing with. But if you use this team, I mean, as long as you can live to turn 5, there's not much she can really do about things that are on your stats. So, yeah, you might not be able to use Masayuki, but you just kind of space out a few uses of the Reckoning skills, whether it be from Yuki or Hinata or from Shizu, and you're gonna be fine. Like, let's just do this. Let's put 2 stacks on. And again, she has 300k HP, but as we've been seeing this entire month, like, that is peanuts compared to what Reckoning can actually do for you. So we'll go to turn 5, and we can't alter. She does extra damage on her ults. There's the binds. We can't swap anyone else out. Here's the gauge decrease, which is not a super big deal, because let's just go ahead and use some Reckoning stacks here. So now it's 12 stacks across the board, which, we can't even use Masayuki anyways, so there's no point in trying to rush his gauge. I mean, it'd be nice when we can use him in another turn, but we're kind of still sealed, and we're kind of still binded in, so I can't bring Shizu in. So then let's do this, because even though Masayuki is sealed, he's still passively resetting us. So our skills are going down every turn, and so we have enough points, I think, to do this, and then do this again, yeah. And then we have 100 extra SP plus a full hand of greens, which means that next turn when Masayuki is unsealed, we'll be fine. And I'm going to do the next fight as well, because it should just be almost the same. And we're not going to use Masayuki, we're not going to use all the... We're going to use Shizu and Carrion, and a bunch of free-to-play orb changers, and you can see that it doesn't really matter. This team is strong enough to defeat every single chapter of Story Quest. And that is not in any way, shape, or form an exaggeration. It is just true. Just straight up true. So let's bring Shizu in. And then we got 60 points, so let's do the field. Let's do the double stack of Reckoning. We'll use Masayuki to give us 100 points and reset everything, and then we can do 2 orb changes. And then next turn, like, if we were to end here with 12, 4, and 12, we'd be doing, like, quadruple her HP. It's so very unnecessary. And let's keep on to that, and we'll use probably Hinata's Reckoning skill again. So this team is really, really good for newer players that don't really understand how to play the game. I mean, this team won't really make you understand any better because it's very brain dead, but it'll at least clear out all the super duper old content that beginners are gonna have to deal with in order to get to the new building areas, to unlock Valor Cup and the Bamboo Forest and all the other mid to late game experiences. You do need to go through Story Quest. So here we're just gonna absorb her ult just like she would absorb ours. So let's just prove that real fast and send the Yuki ult and yoinked, and it goes to her even though she already has an ult. And now we're going to absorb her ult, and yeah, and then we're binded again, but then she's dead. Eventually. Oh my god. There we go. 2.7 million. She has 300k HP. And we did 2.7 million. Yeah, let's move on to the next fight where we'll make it like a full free-to-play team. Alright, last part of the video. I mean, if you can do it on stage 2 with that team, then we're going to go into this Hyuga fight, which doesn't have as much going for it per se, but we're going to use the free-to-play-ish friendly, well, once we switch that to Carrion, free-to-play-ish team. So we've got free-to-play Carrion, Isis, Shinsha, Eren, Sufia, all of these 4 characters you can get from the flashback shop right now, and then the free-to-play Shizu, and it's going to work essentially the same. You just don't have a lot of the premium orb changing and reckoning skills that obviously the full meta has, but it's still going to be enough to kill it. And if we were to take this team against the previous fight against Cleach, then it'll work for the next 2 stages as well. So let's do. Actually, let's bring you in first for Shinsha, and let's bring you in for Eren. That way we know what we need here. So let's use these oranges, leave some blues and maybe some extra greens there. Perfect. Both of those are Shizu orbs, so we can easily convert that. We're not going to have enough to use. Oh, that's unfortunate. Why'd you change that? Okay, well, whatever. It is what it is. Alright, orb change here. That'll change the 2 Shizus. Put 1 stack on, and then we just continue like this. And once we hit turn 5, we'll do enough damage. And I didn't look at the HP stats initially for this Hyuga, but obviously it's not a lot. Even with this resistance right here, they're also not doing that much damage, as long as you're maybe smart about who you're bringing in and out. But apart from that, let's do this orb change and that orb change. So oranges, and then blues, and then we can bring in Eren, and we can use Carrion to give us 30 points, because now he's finally maxed out. He does not have the AoE charm on, and I intentionally did that because maybe you don't have the AoE charm because you're just starting out. But as long as we can make some points here, we should be fine. And unfortunately, we don't have the Isis skill up quite yet because we had to triple orb change right there. But again, we forgot to check Hyuga's HP stats. Okay, what are we looking at? Okay, yep, thank you. That's a lot of AoE, so if you had Hinata, that'd be a lot of stacks right there. Okay, what's your HP looking like? You. 146k. I mean, we showed that during the Conquest runs, that's easy peasy lemon squeezy. So let's do orb change, alt swap, change that Shizu orb. Okay, fine. And let's do the blue here. And then I don't have a single orange converter, which is fine. But now we've got 9 stacks, and that will be more than plenty. And we still have 1 more turn to add a few more on. So as long as they don't just somehow one-shot Isis here, we're going to be okay. And even Eren has type disadvantage, and she's still, doing okay. Alright. So this is the final turn before they come out. So let's let's orb change with Isis before we send her away. And then we'll bring Shinsha in. And then we'll use her orb change for the blue. Boom. And then we'll bring Sufia in for Erin, since she's got lower HP. And then we'll reset everything. This will be a full hand of green orbs, so even if we don't kill next turn, we now have the, the green buff from Isis on, so we'll make back quite a few points here. But I don't think that's really going to matter, because we have, 8, 4, 8, 12, 15, 13-ish stacks, and that'll be enough to kill all three of these, as long as we survive these ults, so... Oh, that hurt, actually, a lot. Oh, well, never mind. Okay, well, a bit unfortunate right there. Okay, we're going to take another ult here from this one, and she does another 11,000. Okay, it's not great. Not great. However, we are losing stacks. Alright, they didn't hurt her nearly as much. Why does that not happen? Okay. Someone must have had a debuff or something. Or they crit. Is that a guaranteed crit? It is a guaranteed crit. Okay, well, look at that. 1, 2, 3. We no longer have a way to put Reckoning stacks on, so we're just gonna have to live. But I don't think it really matters. As long as both of them don't automatically kill us, we'll be okay. So, resistance, and there's an AoE. Okay, cool. Erin's looking low. Okay, counter. And now they're dead. And that did 94,000 damage right there. So if we had maybe spaced out the damage a bit better in between the first 5 turns, we maybe would have killed all of them last time. But no, we didn't do it with less than 2 people dead. We didn't do it with everyone alive, but we still did it. And that's, I think, the key part. And then once maybe you have some better units with better HP stats or better orb changers, maybe a healer, you can come back to this fight and be like, okay, now I can really take care of a 470k EP stage. But this will clear 90% of the game. That free-to-play team will clear everything from probably Chapter 27 on down with 0 difficulty. Everything in the event tab minus the certain Chamber of Memory stages and Conquest Prime because you're team limited there. But otherwise, yeah, you're looking good. So that's it for part 1 of the World Tour for the Reckoning team. Obviously, it's very, very powerful in situations where it can be used. And we'll see how that goes for the rest of the month. But let me know what you guys think, but that's it from me. Take it easy, and I'll see you all later.